Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Before I start this one, I wanted to do a book giveaway. I'm hoping to do these more often in these videos because I feel like it's a very valuable way to not only bring you guys a little extra value for the winners, but also just instill that sense of pride in gaining and learning and growing in your understanding of business. And I think that's such a valuable thing for kids to have, because I know that primarily my audience is kids about my age, and you know, we're kids, man, so we have a lot of learning to do. The sun just came out and I just got really orange. But the book I'm giving away in this video is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's a really short read. It's almost like a pamphlet. I read it today in about 40 minutes, probably, and that was with breaks, so it's a really short read. But I highly recommend it to just about anybody who's hoping to shift their mindset to becoming a bit more entrepreneurial and understanding the amount of opportunity that is at play here on this planet with the internet, with cell phones, with literal cellular data. You can go anywhere and have access to anyone on the planet. That is fueling business, and there's no excuse right now to not be doing incredible things. So I want to give that book away. It won't be random, but leave a comment down below and share your story. Share if I've brought you any value at all, and I'll be picking my favorite comment to win this book. I'll reply with a quick email. I'll just give you my email address. You can get into that. But that's enough of that. I'm sorry, that was a long intro. Now on to the video talking about, what was I talking about in this video? How to find winning products. Hope you enjoy. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, I wanted to talk about how to find winning products on Shopify, specifically dropshipping on Shopify. I wanted to share with you some techniques that I've seen work, that I've maybe personally used, or that other people have used and that work well, and just lay out 4 specific strategies that you can start implementing to start finding products to scale with on your dropshipping store. So no bullcrap, no nothing. I'm just gonna get straight into the video. So how to find winning products. Let's get into this. Strategy 1, and this is honestly my favorite one to go with, is essentially start a general store and test each one of your products with the same budget or strategy, which could mean essentially going maybe to the same influencers, or maybe running the same Facebook ads, maybe trying the same strategy, maybe the same SEO, or maybe even going the Twitter route, or whatever it is. Just attempt the same strategy with each product so that there's no variables between each product, and then you find out which product works. And once you find out which ones work, create a store based around them, or scale the ones that you found to work. And so this isn't so much of a strategy, more as it is like a step if you're wanting to test products. I would say don't create a whole website around a niche until you know that you can succeed with whatever product it is that you're selling. Especially if your whole goal is just to scale a huge brand and make a buttload of money, and you don't really care what you're selling, you just want to scale something. The best way to do that is to start broad and cast out a big old fishing net and see what you catch. And if you can catch that thing again and again and again and again, you cast a slightly less broad fishing net specifically at the fish that you just caught. Does that make sense? So you just keep catching this thing over and over again. There's no need to take a risk in starting something new. If you find something that works, scale it and make it bigger. So that would be strategy 1, or step 1, or whatever you want to call it. I would say it's the most important out of all of these because it allows you to experiment. And you know that on this channel and in my course and all these pieces of content that I give you guys, the most important piece of value that I could possibly provide is a mindset of testing and of experimenting and of deciding, or not deciding, but figuring out what works so that you can scale it later down the line. This is strategy 2, really short, really sweet, but it's software. There are 2 softwares specifically that I highly recommend. Dropshipping, which doesn't have the best reputation, but it is a good application based on its sort of abilities. And then there's Commerce Inspector, and I'll explain both of these real quick. Dropshipping is essentially a website, and I'm not going to give you an affiliate link or anything. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just telling you the facts. It's a website that allows you to sign in, and it gives you, I think it generates on a weekly basis about 20-30 winning products that you can sit there and use. Issue is there's a lot of other people that are going to hop on these products as well, but you might as well, because it's a great way to get started as a beginner dropshipper. It gives you the product, it gives you the audience that you could target in terms of a niche, and as well it gives you videos that you can use for advertising. Also, I apologize if it keeps going orange and blue. The sun keeps coming out and then going back down, so it's just gonna do that, but whatever, maybe I'm just being picky. So that's Dropshipping, that's how it works. Gives you videos to run as ads, which is something that I really preach on this channel, is using video ads. As well, it helps you find winning products. It shows you the margins behind the products. Very, very cool software. And then there's Commerce Inspector, which essentially what this does is it's a Chrome extension that you can plug in, and you can go to any Shopify site and click the Chrome extension, and it pulls up this sort of window containing a bunch of data about their store, including the products that they sell, the markup that they're for, if they're imported from AliExpress, or if they are a private label brand that manages their own inventory, whatever it may be. This is a great app for you to own, just so you can learn what other stores are doing. It doesn't show you the ads they're running, but it does show you a lot about the products, as well as shows you their best-selling products, which sell the most versus which sell the least, so you can really begin to fan out and begin to sort of filter out, all the products that you think you should be selling. And lastly, strategy 3, this is a huge one. It's learning how to observe your competitors, or maybe just following my steps on how you could observe your competitors. But primarily, and this is something that I really enjoy doing, that I recommend that a lot of my students do, and that is following major influencers in the niche that you're selling to, right? So maybe you are in the, I don't know, maybe you're in the gardening niche, right? And there's a huge Instagram feed with a buttload of gardening followers on it. You would follow that feed and see what ads that they consistently run, because you know that if an advertiser is coming back for an ad over and over again, then they're seeing a positive ROI on that ad spend, and it's worth their time to come back for more. So that's a major one. It's super, super easy to do this. If you're working in any niche, I highly recommend that you follow the main accounts in the niche, or you can even hire a virtual assistant to keep track of the ads that they run. Really easy to do, something that I talk about again in my course. I'm not trying to plug it, but I'm just trying to let you know that that content is there if you want it. And to expand on strategy 3 as well, you can go to other websites and sort by best selling if you want to, but that sort of goes back to strategy 2, which is using Commerce Inspector. You can see their best selling or their least selling as well. You can actually see their margins, all kinds of important data like that. And strategy 4, which is the last one, I think I might have said strategy 3 was the last one I presented it. I don't know though. But strategy 4 is the final strategy that I'm going to share with you guys today. It is simply running a $5 a day ad campaign targeted at your target audience over on Facebook. Now, let me say this, that is not how simple Facebook ads are. Facebook ads are a lot more extensive than that. There's plenty of educators online that can give you a lot of information. Me, myself, I have somebody that I pay to do my Facebook ads for me, and I understand Facebook ads well enough that I can scale stores with them, but I am not a proficient educator on the topic. What I do know is that I have tons and tons of information within the course, and I'm putting out a lot more information on this topic soon here on the YouTube channel, so you should subscribe if you possibly can. I do know as well that if you use Facebook ads properly, that they can be far, far superior to running influencer ads, because they're a lot more scalable, they're a lot more long-term, and you can track the numbers a lot easier using a Facebook pixel, knowing your ROI, right? It's a lot easier it gives you a lot more numbers, it gives you a lot more statistics, and you can see sort of behind the scenes of where each dollar is going, how it looks to the customer. You know how much, even you can spend $1 and it'll break that dollar down into cents and say it costs 2 cents per link click, right? You can get that extensive with it. And if you're interested in that at all, highly recommend that you stick around on this YouTube channel, because I'll be talking about that stuff a whole lot more very soon. So there you go, you guys. Super short, super sweet video today. Just wanted to share some basic strategies that you can use to start finding winning products on Shopify. Keep in mind that a lot of the time it's gonna take some real time. A lot of the time it's gonna take time. I feel like my wording in this video is a little weird, but it's gonna take time to find a winning product. A lot of people will go through 30 or even 40 products before they really find something that they can scale long term and that they can build a brand off of. And that's just a commitment that you're gonna have to make if you want to see real numbers in e-commerce. The issue with people testing products is that they'll test 2 or 3 and then get discouraged. The reality is that it takes a lot more time than that, and you have to give yourself a lot more grace. Keep in mind the law of averages, which simply states, it's essentially a principle that salesmen will use, which after going to, 500 doors, knocking on 500 doors, they know that for every 12 doors they knock on, one of those will close in a sale. So they can average out those 500 down to whatever ratio that 1 to 12 is, so that they know how many of those 500 will be sales. You should do the same with your product testing or with your testing in general. Know how many times it's going to take you on average before you see see a success and be willing to wait that long and map out the amount of money that you're willing to spend, map out the amount of time you're gonna spend, say, okay, I'm gonna spend an hour a day every single day for the next 3 weeks until I find something, because I know that it's gonna take X amount of products with this amount of time and this budget to find something that will work. Be willing to put in that work and be willing to put in that labor, because it's not something that you can do on the side. It's kind of something that you really have to focus on. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe and turn on notifications. If you are brand new to Shopify and you've never made a single sale in your life, I have a major resource for you in the description, completely free. Don't worry about paying a dime. It's a PDF with a checklist that you can go through, and it tells you everything that you need before you start a brand new dropshipping store. Completely free, download it down there. As well, it does give you a discount code for the course that I sell if you'd like to get into that. It essentially explains everything that I know about Shopify and gives you every piece of information that I have within my brain about this topic. So, hope you enjoyed, hope you subscribe, hope you comment, whatever. Do your thing though, man. It's totally up to you. If you hated the video, then dislike it. I don't blame you. I'll see you later.